and the entire staff at AEG for being such marvelous partners and pull together such a phenomenal undertaking for the fans and many well-wishers of Michael Jackson in the last few days. Our responsibility as the LAPD is one of public safety, and we have gone to great lengths over the last several days to ensure just that by having partnered with the Los Angeles City Fire Department and Doug Berry, the California Highway, and all of the law enforcement agencies in the region who have pulled together that this memorial service is one that we all be proud of, not only in the city of Los Angeles, but throughout the world. I would just like to emphasize a point that Mr. Leiweke just offered. If you do not have a ticket, if you are not credentialed, not only will you not be allowed at these venues, you will not be allowed in this area. You must have a ticket in order to be admitted into this venue on Tuesday. This public service is a live feed, and I would encourage all of the Michael Jackson fans and all of them who loved him and an entertainer to take advantage of the internet feed and any other that you choose to watch and view wonderful memorial service that's coming Tuesday, not coming to this venue if you do not have a ticket. For purposes of information, boundaries where there will exist hard closures on that day are Flower Street on the east, Olympic Boulevard on the north, Pico Boulevard on the south, and Blaine Street, which is one street west of the harbor, on the west. Thank you very much.
We're going to take a couple of questions here in just a moment. I did want to point out to you that of the event on the internet, if you continue to read the newspapers, watch TV, this information, when all is terminated, will be put out to the media. The worldwide feed that will be available, television networks, will be put out. And any additional information on the 17,500 tickets, which are free to anybody, all of Michael's fans, will be on all of the websites. There will be no tickets sold whatsoever. These tickets. Are there a couple questions? And we'll have a microphone to pass around, but let's try to start the ones up front first, right here. Details about what the memorial will consist of. Just going to grab that though.
No details are forthcoming about the. It's still being developed. There are going to be no details about it.
Will any media be allowed inside the proceedings? We are working our media plan still. We will be announcing to the media what these processes are. People have been to sign in. We'll have a press release to pass out to you shortly, a website to go and get what these rules are going to be. Manny, go ahead.
Manny Petrano, Kings Hill Shrine, understood correctly. You might understand it is undertaking the cost, security, for public control, etc. The city is in the midst of a budget crisis. People lose their jobs, losing health care. Is the city undertaking the cost of this?
What earlier, this is why I wanted to explain this up front. Here, our budget built in for extraordinary events, and it is part of the police department's budget. And the reason for that is that we have to plan in advance and anticipate things like First Amendment marches. You might recall the Immigrants' Rights March that was downtown where 1 million people showed up on Spring Street and Broadway. This is to be an extraordinary event because of the magnitude and the number of people who are potentially going to show up. So it anticipates for those events large in scope. It applies to the police department. It applies to the other departments such as IT or sanitation or transport. And actually, I'm glad glad you asked that question, because I do want to put it out there for public consumption and hope to approach other entities throughout the day. But would deeply appreciate help to offset what are the incremental costs, the non-costs, the things I just mentioned, the sanitation, the ITA, the staging, the people who set up the K-rails. So we would much appreciate incremental cost support to the city department. If one is interested in discussing that with me, they can email at jan.perry@lacity.org.
Just a couple more right here.
Even with the registration process and wristband thing, are you concerned about the possibility of counterfeiting or resale of these tickets anywhere?
Well, folks, I want to remind everyone, this is a memorial service. I'm hoping that dignity, I'm hoping that people understand to do the best we can to accommodate the world and of Michael's fans. We're hoping that no one takes advantage of this particular process, and we're going to greatly request of the family to create a system that will allow us to get the tickets and the wristbands and the fans. For those that would try to take advantage of this, shame on them.
Let me just echo that on behalf of the family. Most difficult times the last day or two in planning this, try to avoid people that would stoop to that depth and counterfeit tickets or try to scalp tickets for this. On behalf of the family, we lead with the public or anybody that might think about this. Please don't do that.
Where are the 9,000 going? The first venue, the 9,000 other tickets, where are they?
Well, it's not 9,000. The tickets are being given to the family, and the family is determined by the family for this. So with the exception of the tickets to the public, tickets to the family and the friends of the family, there are no tickets.
Is this a funeral or memorial to be built tonight?
It is a memorial.
Will it only be on display?
All right, anybody else about the specific process for what we're doing and the event on Monday? I had one for the TV, sir. There are plans right now on what we're going to do with it. Everybody's encouraged to watch it, to celebrate at home with their friends, the life of Michael Jackson. Go ahead. Right here. Right here in blue. There are no details to be given out about the service. Next in blue.